Hi, this is Dave Quinn. For the second seminar that I'm doing today, I'm going to be talking about how to use Weebly and Google Forms in your own classroom. For those of you who attended my first session, I talked a little bit about the Mesopotamian web quest that my students did last year. Here is the website for it. I built it using Weebly. It's a very simple WYSIWYG, meaning what you see is what you get, tool that allows you to um, quickly and simply build a website for your students to use. You can even use it for homework, anything that you would want to put on the web for student use. Okay. So as you can see, you can make it with multiple pages, with pictures. On the first page there was an embedded um, YouTube video, links off the site. Very, very simple to make and use. Okay, so to get started, you'd go to Weebly.com, create an account if you don't have one already. There are options to use your Facebook account as your Weebly login. I use my Yahoo email address just to keep things separate. To create a site, what you need to do is you'll come up on your main menu. Okay. I don't want to categorize my websites right now, but you can see all of the sites that I've built. Some of them have been test sites, but the first two are the ones that I use for my web quest. I initially built the Mesopotamian web quest for my general education students, and what was nice about Weebly is I can copy my website, so students with special needs get a different website that has essentially the same content, but with little adjustments and differentiation so that students get what they need. So I don't have to build two separate websites from scratch. I can copy the site if I need to. Okay. To add a site, you can simply click Add a Site. Very simple process. You can create a blog, or if you're entrepreneurial, you can create a store. I'm just going to go with a site for right now. You pick a layout, you pick some colors if you so choose, more stylistic. Then you create a domain name. I suggest using a subdomain of Weebly. If you're going to go that route, make sure it's something easy for students to remember. Maybe your school initials and then your last name. So that way students don't forget how to get there. I'm not going to proceed with this site because I've got a special one that I want to show from one of my earlier seminars. So I'm just going to close out of this. And to get back to the main menu, you go to the right-hand side of the screen, click the three lines, and then go to My Sites. So I'm going to work off the site called Test, and I'm just going to click on it. And what you see here is a simple front page layout. On the left-hand side of the page are your options. To add any one of these options, you simply click on it and drag it over onto the body. And you can place it anywhere you see fit. So, for example, if you wanted to sort, you could click on these different items. So this one's first text. This one gives you options for structure. You have the option to put in multimedia. If you're going the entrepreneurial route, you could add options in for e-commerce. But for the sake of teachers, I'm just going to focus on a couple of the ones up top. Most of them are pretty self-explanatory. Title is just, again, giving a title to the section of the page. Text, text and image, these are all pretty straightforward. You can also put in a contact form, which would allow a student to email you if he or she has questions regarding the assignment, or if a parent has questions, anything along those lines. Sometimes you're going to want to put a divider to break up subsegments. To do that, you just simply drag and drop. Now I've got a line divider that separates my image from this document that I've embedded. And if I want to get rid of it, I simply click the red X and ask me, and I can delete it. One of the nice things about Weebly is that you can put in documents, YouTube files, Flash files, if you're familiar with that, or just a simple link to a document if you want the student to be able to download it. So if I go back to my Mesopotamian Empires web quest, you'll see that I've embedded a YouTube video. I can move or copy it, move it to a different page, or I can edit, which I can click out of it too. So to show you how it might work on my test page, I'll go back to my main menu. And I'll go to the link marked YouTube, drag and drop in. And it will come up with the simple add YouTube to your site. By double clicking on the info button, you can put in the YouTube URL. If you want to talk about spacing, you can fix the margins. You can also align it to whether you want it to be center of the page, to the right, or to the left. Get out of there. Again, you can add files, documents. The only thing you can't add is audio and HD video. That comes at a separate price. Another cool function is if you want to, for some reason, put your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or email address, what you need to do is just drag one of the social icons in. There's also an option to put in a block quote if you want to stylistically add in a big idea or big concept. There's a poll, an RSVP form, bookings if you wanted to allow students to sign up to meet with you via Weebly. You can do that too, but that links you to a separate site that I'm not going to get into today. Another cool function that I like to use are your form sections. So if you wanted to have students add in a discussion and want to talk about concepts in class, you can build a form right into the site as well. If I wanted to add a page, because I'm thinking that it's going to get too clustered, I go to the pages aspect and add a page. You can add the name, you can talk about the layout, whether you want a header, short header, no header, landing page. You can password protect it. You can copy it if you want to just tweak a page. One thing that I decided to do, and this kind of leads into our next topic, is I built a Google form that I've embedded into the website. So I'm going to go back to, I'm going to double click on this, which will take me to my page. So I'm going to go to, back to build, go to the Google form page. And you'll see that I have embedded here in Google form, which I can edit. And the way that I did that was I used the function called embed code, and I dragged that in. And then using the code given to me by Google Forms, I was able to paste that embed code in, and that allowed this form to be uploaded onto the page. I'm going to stop here with video 1 and start to talk about how you would go about building and grading a Google form.